Going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Driving Professor. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am your host as always, Rashid White. I'm a professional driver. I've been doing so for 24 years, been driving tractor trailers and buses, and I'm here to actually teach you defensive driving strategies that actually save you time, money, personal injury, and most importantly, your actual life, which is really, truly important. I don't want to see anybody lose their life. So today's video is coming. We're back to the actual we're back to the defensive driving. No more police videos for now, you know, but those things do actually get a lot of views though for some whatever weird reason. But this one comes from Wham Bam Dash Cam. We're gonna give these guys the props they actually deserve for putting this together. So I don't have to really do it though. So let's really get into this. Let's get into it. And we'll teach you how to prevent these type of accidents, because most of these accidents are actually preventable. Preventable. And that's the key word, preventing accidents. I don't focus on who's at fault. Not on this channel over here. We don't worry about who's at fault. We actually worry about how can you actually prevent these accidents. So let me not waste any of your time. Let's get into it.
The pickup cut off a minivan, and the driver had no chance to stop before hitting the back of the pickup. While the minivan rolled over, the pickup spun into Michaela's lane, and she hit it head-on. Incredibly, there were no serious injuries. Unfortunately, all three vehicles involved were totaled.
Alright, so you have to get the big picture when you're driving. You have to look 12 to 15 seconds ahead. There's a lot of times I'm driving, I'm passing people on the highway, they're in a blank. No, you gotta look, scan ahead, 12 to 15 seconds ahead. So as soon as this person crashed right here, let me get back into that. So his brake should have been activated. He should have been stopping right around here. And there's times, sometimes you actually got to look for an out, and that would be by checking your mirrors constantly every 3 to 5 seconds. The whole thing is that when most of the time things like this aren't going to happen. It doesn't happen all the time, so people tend to let their guard down in a sense though. So definitely get into a habit, like every 5 seconds, 7 seconds, just check your mirror, look where everybody's at, look 12 to 15 seconds ahead, constantly actually scan things, process things, and see what's actually going on right here. All these guys are like kind of clumped together in a sense though. So you want to see, hold on, what's going on? Let me start slowing down. Sometimes you're not going to be able to bring the car. You could be driving a truck or a bus. You're not going to be able to bring it to a complete stop. And sometimes you may have to actually go into this lane over here, but you actually want to make sure it's actually clear. So let's scan ahead, check those mirrors every 12 to 15. I'm sorry. Check the mirrors every like 5 seconds, 7 seconds. I check every 3 to 5, but you know, this is not for professional drivers. So every 5, 7 seconds, look in your mirror.
Hitting the back of the pickup. While
let's go to the next one.
Unfortunately, were totaled. Simon was headed home from work when a Porsche came flying up behind his Audi Q3.
Ooh. That could have been really bad in a sense though, because one, the car could have ricocheted, and thank God I think this is like a rural area. Sometimes you see the cars actually get out of control and hit pedestrians on the sidewalk here. I don't think there's anything you really can kind of do to prevent this crash, and maybe just, I don't know, check the mirrors and prepare for the impact in a sense though, you know, so you're not being caught off guard. That's the only thing I can really pretty much actually think of. There's no way of actually preventing an accident like that, man. The reaction time, you need like a split second to kind of react and do something, and seeing whether there's anybody in this intersection or not, and trying to get out the way. But I mean, we just said it's a Porsche. Ain't no outrunning the Porsche unless you have a Tesla.
The Porsche driver tried to blame the sun for blinding her, but that doesn't explain why she was driving so fast.
All right, so if the sun is actually blinding you, you got to actually drive as fast as you can see. Every morning the sun, when I leave my house, it's actually it comes up in the east, and it's like you can't see literally anything in front of you. So you have to drive as fast as you can see. And I'm driving like 1 mile an hour, sticking my head out and looking and checking. And it's, you know, you got to drive as fast as you can actually see.
Simon has moderate whiplash and both vehicles were totaled. A few minutes after the crash, her mother and friends showed up with a tow truck and tried to quickly get Simon's info so they could leave. Simon knew something wasn't right, so he made them wait for the police, and they were not happy. When the cops arrived, they gave the driver of the Porsche a breathalyzer test. We don't know what the results were, but we do know that she was immediately arrested. Simon wanted to shout out everyone who stopped to help, especially an off-duty cop who kept him from having a panic attack. He also said he's thinking about replacing his Audi with a Tesla.
Don't get a Tesla. A Tesla is a junk car. It really is. Sorry, Elon Musk.
Mario's wife was on her way to school and was waiting to turn right. The driver of the Nissan Rogue in front of her suddenly changed lanes without checking for other traffic.
Alright, so back here you can actually see you have maybe like less than about half a mile, no, like a quarter of a mile. You see that this person is actually coming out here. This person actually did the right thing in a sense though, just didn't judge it properly in a sense though. But a lot of times, and this is you, especially you New Jersey drivers, you guys are constantly speeding up and don't, you know, you're in a hurry. And you should have been braking like right around here, you know. And what this pickup actually did was he assumed that the person actually saw him and he was going to actually wait. You know, it's a simple miscommunication in a sense though. So not everybody is an experienced driver out there. You have to really kind of actually take that into account in a sense though. I know it's frustrating, I know it's aggravating in a sense though. Now this person clearly has the right of way, but there wasn't collision here. This pickup definitely, you know, would be like, let's say if I ran an insurance company, I'd be like, nah man, you could have prevented this accident right here, man. This guy was he didn't shoot out there. He slowly was moving and sometimes, you know, you actually have to be the bigger person in a sense though and assume, okay, maybe this person is brand new to the road. My wife is brand new to the road and, you know, she struggles with this sometimes, and that's why I'm not letting her go out by herself until she actually masters this right here. So let's move on to the next one.
The driver of a Toyota Tacoma had to slam on their brakes and steer into the median to avoid rear-ending the Rogue Nissan. It looks like they set off in pursuit of the Nissan once they'd avoided an accident.
Well, now you're gonna go in a road rage mode, man. I wish you would try this with me, man.
This submitter was driving down a highway in Iowa when a truck driver failed to see a sedan before changing lanes, sending the sedan hurtling across the highway and directly in front of our submitter.
All right, so the trucks part, I mean, I like the fact that I encourage everybody when they drive to, when you make a lane change, especially like, well, for one, the truck should actually be in the right lane. So he can actually eliminate those blind spots. But the truck actually didn't just come right over. He didn't signal over. Just come right over in a sense though. And you actually use the 5 to 6 second lane change. But the problem is he's not checking his mirrors every 3 to 5 seconds. You need to know, especially if you're a truck driver, where every single person is on the actual road there, and how fast they're going, and who's behind you, and who's aggressive, and the person in the car, the person in the right side of that truck. Once they start moving over, you need to back down, man. Back off, and don't assume, okay, well, I'm in my lane. I actually got I have the right of way. Back off. Again, you don't want to be caught in a situation like this, man, because you could get seriously injured, killed, arm missing, you know, all this nonsense and stuff like that, man. So definitely the truck actually making the lane change, try to signal, get over. If especially like check again, look 12 to 15 seconds ahead, see if there's anything on the shoulder, and definitely move over to the shoulder if you actually have to try to eliminate. Assume the truck doesn't see you in a sense though, because there's a lot of inexperienced truck drivers out there. You know, I can tell you that for absolute fact. And they're not being thoroughly trained in terms of the Smith system on how to drive these big vehicles. It's like, you know, especially a lot of them, you look at these driving schools, they'll get them on a small pup, like a 35-foot trailer, not a 53-foot trailer. And they don't really, you know, they'll do like couple of hours a day. When I went to but the first thing I drove was a tractor trailer. So I went up to NTTS, to National Tractor Trailer School up in Liverpool, New York. I did 8 hours a day of training for 3 months, and then I actually got my CDL. You know, so a lot of these mistakes that you see from these truck drivers I didn't make, you know, because I was really adequately trained. So a lot of these guys aren't really trained in a sense, though. I see these little rinky-dink driving schools, and they don't really, you know, give them the training how to, you know, situationally deal with stuff like this in a sense, though.
Our submitter had no chance to stop in time, slamming into the side of the other car. The other car was totaled, and our submitter's Chevy Bolt EUV sustained $12,000 US in damage. The
airbags deployed and everything.
Scratched,
I will do one more. I want to keep this. I want to keep this long.
Injuries.
Number 5.
Hemming was driving in rush hour traffic and had been watching the driver of an Infiniti weaving through traffic and cutting people off, including him. Eventually, he cut off a Ford Explorer, and that turned out to be a big mistake.
I wouldn't say that's actually cutting them off. You know, it's not like this cop actually was speeding up and then and then this guy actually cut him off. I mean, you know, made the lane change. You know, I would beat that ticket. I say, hey, listen, I thought something was happening up there, and I need to quickly actually get into this lane right here.
By the way, we had a lot of people commenting on the previous episode about being able to identify unmarked Ford Explorer cop cars by their missing roof rails. Well, this Explorer has roof rails, and it's definitely a cop car.
Thank you!
Alright, let's do one more.
Lawrence witnessed a close call when a van nearly rear-ended a Mazda 3.
Alright, so you want to keep your spacing. You want to keep 2 car lengths, especially on roads like this where people are actually looking for addresses. Because right now, I mean, I don't think he actually... This person could have been here in a sense, though. So you definitely want to keep your spacing. Be in this lane if you're not looking to actually really like get into any of these businesses, establishments, whatever. They could be residential. Definitely don't want to actually be this close, man. I mean, let me see something here. How close was he, man? Sheesh.
Lawrence witnessed a close call when a van nearly rear-ended a Mazda 3.
So both of these drivers here, him, and now this guy's a douchebag over here too. And he shouldn't be slamming on his brakes, man. I curse out people like this on the road all the time, trust me. I mean, literally curse them out. But again, you should not be this close, because if they're driving this slow, and I gotta be understanding too sometimes. If they're driving this slow, they're probably looking for something. There's a lot of businesses around here. So you got to kind of take that. And it's not like it's just a single road or anything like that. You can actually get into this lane and actually get around them in a sense, though. And then pay attention to what's going on. You know, because you got to run up on a sidewalk like this. First of all, I mean, it's definitely, I always say this, leave yourself an out. So sometimes if you can actually avert an accident by getting on this, like getting on a sidewalk like this, then definitely, absolutely, by all means, definitely do it. But you must make sure that there aren't any pedestrians here, any children here. Not to say that they would have been killed at that speed that he was actually going at, that he went up on the sidewalk on, but potentially, yeah, they could. I mean, they could hit their heads or something like that, but, yeah, definitely, spacing. At least 1.5, 2 car lengths. Don't ride up on a guy's ass like that. Alright, so there's more to this. I don't want to keep this video going a long time. We'll definitely wrap this video up. Let me know what you actually think about this in the comment section. Hit the like button. Hit that notification bell. People are telling me, not on this channel, but my other channel that I actually have, that they're not getting the notifications when new videos are actually going out. So make sure you actually hit the notification bell. Let me know what you think about my commentary, and can it get better? I'm always working to get better. I mean, I don't have any, like, I won't get mad if you usually say, hey, Rashid, you suck, man. You know, And here's what you can actually do to get better. All right, so let's wrap this video up. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.